User stories. When you think of user stories, the first thing that may come to your mind is this template that is typically used to write the title of the user story. And it says, as a type of user, I want some goal so that some reason. There is a big misconception that many people think that if you write something with this template, you have a user story. And this is it. And I'm afraid that's incorrect. Wait. This is not a user story. This is just a reminder of a conversation. The original idea in extreme programming was to provide index cards to users so they can write in a very simple and short way using this template who they are, what they need, and why. We are also validating that someone real will use this feature and needs this to get some achievement or fix a real problem and to get a real benefit and real value from it. A common trap to be avoided with this template is that the user typically suggests a solution as a goal and we just fulfill it without thinking what is the real problem that he or she wants to solve. I strongly recommend finding the root cause of the problem first, and that will give us many ideas for more and better solutions. Fall in love with the problem, not the solution. So once you have these cards as a reminder that someone might need this, you put them in a list, prioritize, but you don't waste time to get much more details. You only discuss about them to confirm what is expected just before developing the new feature. So that title is just the tip of the iceberg. That is only the beginning of the user story approach. A user story consists of more components. A user story consists of 3 parts. Starts with a reminder of a conversation that you can write with the template that we saw. The actual conversation to get the details of what is expected from this user story, which is basically the core of the approach. And the acceptance criteria, which are examples of what it is expected from this user story to say that it is implemented. In other words, the agreement of what was discussed during the conversation. This is also known as the 3 C's, which is basically a card with a short description of an item that might be needed for the product and kept as a reminder until the last possible moment to have a conversation about the story, get more details, and agree on a confirmation of what is needed to say that this story is implemented. A user story is not about writing, it's about face-to-face conversation. Of course you can write what you think is necessary and valuable, but the idea is not to give a document to the development team, but talk with them as part of the user story elaboration and make sure that they understand it and all questions were answered. If you are looking for an approach to write detailed documentation without speaking to the team, this is probably not the approach for you. The idea in user stories is to write less and talk more. Given that the developers build something that was recently discussed, they work with fresh information and ideas.